Imagine a man emerging from the Nevada desert with a story that could change everything. Bob Lazar. In 1989, Lazar claimed he worked as a physicist at a secret facility called S4, near Area 51. He said the US government was hiding recovered alien spacecraft there. Lazar wasn't seeking fame. He spoke with a quiet conviction, describing his job reverse engineering the propulsion systems of these otherworldly vehicles. He detailed walking through underground corridors, past hangars holding smooth, seamless craft. Nothing like our planes or helicopters. According to Lazar, his life was upended after he spoke out threats, erased credentials, and relentless attempts to discredit him. His story became a legend, sparking endless debate. Was he a whistleblower or a masterful hoaxer? The heart of his claim was the technology he described, especially one mysterious object. Lazar's account forced us to ask, could the government really be hiding technology light years ahead of our own? Could we truly not be alone in the universe? Whether you believe him or not, Lazar's story opened a door that can't be closed. He made the unbelievable feel tangible, all starting with his descriptions of alien technology. And at the center of it all was a peculiar device, the Buga Sphere. This wasn't just another UFO sighting, it was a challenge to everything we thought we knew. Lazar's story endures because it dares us to imagine what might be hidden in the shadows. The world hasn't looked at Area 51 the same way since. The legend of Bob Lazar continues to haunt the edges of science and conspiracy. And it all began with a man stepping out of the desert, carrying a secret too big to keep. Of all the things Lazar described, one stood out, the Buga Sphere. It looked simple, a metallic sphere the size of a bowling ball. In a lab at S4, Lazar watched as supervisors demonstrated its power. The sphere, split in half and hollow, was a portable gravity amplifier. When activated, it created its own gravitational field, bending light and even distorting time. Lazar saw a candle flame bend sideways, pulled by an invisible force. As the sphere's power increased, objects behind it warped, as if space itself was bending. This was the core of the alien propulsion system. Larger versions powered the ships. The Buga Sphere was the key to understanding it all. A gravity manipulation device, not just a power source. It could pull a candle flame, or, on a grander scale, move a spaceship across the galaxy. For years, skeptics dismissed the story as fantasy. But the Buga Sphere became a symbol, a tantalizing clue that demanded a closer look. Was it real, or just another piece of UFO mythology? Science was about to weigh in. Lazar claimed the Buga Sphere was powered by a super-heavy element, element 115. This element fueled an antimatter reactor, producing energy to amplify gravity waves. The sphere acted like a gravitational speaker, converting energy into focused gravity beams. 3 such amplifiers on a craft could distort space-time, allowing it to fall in any direction. The device could bend light, making objects behind it invisible, a one-way window. Lazar even described a telepathic interface. Pilots controlled the craft with their minds, directing the gravity beams by intent. These details matched countless UFO sightings, impossible maneuvers, shimmering craft, and vanishing ships. The scientific community met Lazar's claims with overwhelming skepticism. He had no physical evidence, and his credentials were questioned. Element 115, as he described it, was considered impossible, too unstable to exist. Mainstream media dismissed him as a fringe figure, and his story was treated as entertainment, not science. Yet, a few open-minded researchers argued that dismissing him outright was unscientific. They noted the consistency of his story and his refusal to profit from it. Science is full of ideas once ridiculed, they said. What if, just this once, the impossible was true? The debate never fully died. In 2003, scientists synthesized element 115, moscovium. It was unstable, decaying in milliseconds, unlike the stable version Lazar described. Skeptics called it coincidence, but the discovery forced a second look. Physicists began discussing the island of stability, the idea that certain isotopes of super-heavy elements could be stable. Suddenly, Lazar's claim didn't seem so far-fetched. He'd pinpointed element 115's importance years before it was created in a lab. This revelation didn't prove he worked on alien craft, but it made his story harder to dismiss. How did he know? The line between science fiction and science had blurred. Lazar's tale gained a new, unsettling credibility. The existence of element 115, even briefly, changes the conversation. The Buga Sphere is no longer pure fantasy. It's a symbol of what might be possible. If gravity manipulation is real, it could revolutionize energy, transportation, and exploration. Imagine vehicles that float, energy without fuel, and journeys beyond our solar system. Lazar's story reminds us that today's impossibilities can become tomorrow's breakthroughs. Whether fact or fiction, the Buga Sphere inspires us to question, to dream, and to look beyond the horizon. The universe may be stranger than we imagine, and sometimes the wildest stories are the ones that push us forward.